Okay, if you guys haven't checked out this video, click on the comment, go watch that first, then come back. So I have more info for you guys on the Looking Glass project. So there's this YouTuber called Sam the Illusionist, and he can channel beings from other dimensions. So he went ahead and channeled the Pleiadians to ask about the Looking Glass project. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what they told him. So, you know in that video how it says that sometime between 1991 was when they started finding this looking glass? They actually found the looking glass in 1981, and it was 145 US military guys that found it. But they found it because 4-dimensional beings soul swapped with them. So they decided to come to Earth as light workers to warn people about what was coming. The looking glass was created by the Andromeda Galaxy in 1745 BC. So it was originally given to the Sumerians, but there were negative entities from Orions and the Reptilians that were trying to destroy civilization. The Andromedans didn't want all the positivity and hard work that they've done to be wiped out by the negative entity. So they left it behind for the Sumerians. So it's pretty much transmissions from the 6th density into a glass plate that can be charged by a crystal called Stolamite. Hopefully I said that right. So the looking glass was used by the highest priestess of the Sumerian land, and they were using it to look at the possible timeline so that they could avoid anything negative that the entities were trying to do. So they were pretty much trying to keep themselves from being completely annihilated by the Orion and the Reptilians. But because they weren't able to spread the word to literally everyone, there were a bunch of infringements from the negative forces, which led to the end of the original Sumerians. So the looking glass was then taken to Iraq, and it was hidden in a monastery. And it was founded by the US military in 1981. But of course, it was transferred and taken by a secret society, wonder who that is, who started running a bunch of magnetic tests on it to see how it works, because they were trying to figure out how it was created. Well, it was created by aliens, so good luck. But apparently there was this guy named Peter who was a higher density. He was in the 4th density, so he was able to activate it. So when he activated it, there were people that would stand in front of it and look at it like a crystal ball. And depending on who was looking at it, the timelines would change. So according to the looking glass, we can't see past 2030 because there's 2 possible timelines that could happen. The first one is the positive timeline where we all graduate, ascend to the 5th D, and it wipes out any negative timelines. The other timeline is the negative timeline. And that's pretty much that the reptilians from Mars take over the bodies of people in our leadership, like in the White House, and pretty much declare nuclear war with China or Russia. And apparently that could be announced anytime from April 18th to April 29th. So far, so good, a couple days in. But we can stop this timeline by spreading the word and raising the vibrations, because the higher our positive vibration goes, the closer we get to the positive timeline, and the lower the negative timeline goes. So let's raise the positive timeline so that we can create the new Earth.